It's a ghost, Vreen hissed, his voice cracking with a high-pitched trill. It has to be a ghost. A temporal echo from a dead civilization that burned out 10,000 cycles ago. Xylar, recalibrate the chronometric sensors. Check for time dilation leakage. Xylar's claws trembled as he obeyed. Sir, I've already run the temporal check. The signal is, it's live. It's coming from the third planet in the Sol Margin system. The distance is roughly 42 light-years. Accounting for the speed of light, we are looking at a civilization that was technologically active less than a century ago. They aren't ghosts, Vreen. They are neighbors. Neighbors don't live in a Class 12 dead zone. Vreen slammed a primary tentacle against the console, sending a ripple through the nutrient bath. Look at the gravity readings again. That planet, the blue one, has a surface gravity of 9.807 ms/2. Do you understand what that means for a biological organism? Their cellular structures would have to be reinforced with mineralized calcium or high-density polymers just to stand up. Their hearts would need the pressure of a hydraulic pump to move fluids against that kind of pull. Xylar stared at the blue marble on his screen. It looked beautiful from this distance, swirls of white vapor over deep, sapphire oceans. But the data told a different story. It was a world of extremes. The atmosphere was a volatile cocktail of nitrogen and, impossibly, nearly 21% free oxygen. The oxygen levels, Vreen. Xylar whispered, pointing at the chemical readout. That's a corrosive gas. It eats metal. It causes spontaneous combustion. How can anything live in an environment that is literally trying to set itself on fire? It's a calibration error, Vreen insisted, though his voice lacked conviction. The sensors are being warped by the solar radiation of that G-type star. It's the Screamer star. It's too bright, too violent. It's throwing off the spectroscopy. Xylar shook his head. I've run the self-diagnostic 3 times. The luminosity is functioning perfectly. The errors aren't in the machines, Vreen. The error is that planet. He leaned in, his 4 eyes narrowing as he adjusted the audiovisual synthesis. The rock and roll noise from earlier had been a fluke, a stray fragment of high-power radio waves, but now he was looking for something more concrete. He pushed the sensors toward the night side of the planet. As the shadow of the world turned toward their long-range visual arrays, Xylar's breath hitched in his spiracles. Vreen, look. On the dark side of the Anvil world, it wasn't dark. It was veined with gold. Massive, sprawling webs of artificial light crawled across the continents like a luminous fungus. They weren't the neat, geometric patterns of a council-standard colony. They were chaotic, organic, and vast. They have electricity, Vreen whispered, his eyes wide. On a death world, they've conquered the gravity, they've survived the corrosive oxygen, and they've built cities in the dark. Suddenly, the bridge's main AI chimed. Its voice was calm, a stark contrast to the rising panic of the 2 Xylanti. A warning, passive scan detected by external source. Sector 4G Sol 3. Local orbital debris is emitting high-frequency radar pulses. The vessel Luminosity has been painted by primitive but effective tracking arrays. Xylar froze. They saw us. How? We're behind a cloaking shroud and 40 light-years away. A correction. The pulses originated from automated defense satellites and long-range planetary scanning arrays. Estimated technological level, industrial digital transition. Probability of detection, 84%. They are looking for us, Xylar realized. Even from their hell world, they are looking up. They are looking for something to fight, or something to eat, or something to talk to. Vreen grabbed the manual override. We have to report this to the Galactic Council. This isn't just a discovery. This is a containment breach. If a species can evolve and thrive under Class 12 conditions, if they can build cities on a world that should crush them into paste, then the rest of the galaxy is in grave danger. Danger? Xylar looked at the beautiful blue marble. They are just a Tier 1 civilization. They haven't even cracked FTL travel yet. They are stuck in their own gravity well. Xylar, Vreen said, his shell turning a grim, stony gray. a species that grows up in a cage of $9.80 ms carat $2 gravity doesn't just crack FTL. When they finally break out of that well, they won't be flying. They'll be launching themselves at the universe. If they can survive Earth, what chance do we have of stopping them? Xylar watched the screen as the golden lights of a city called Tokyo rotated into view. He felt a chill that had nothing to do with the recycled air of the ship. Earth, Xylar repeated, testing the strange, harsh phonetics of the planet's local name. The locals call it Earth, and the Council will call it an extinction event, Vreen replied. Send the transmission. All frequencies. Priority, Omega. The Luminosity turned, its engines glowing as it prepared to flee the edge of the forbidden sector. But behind them, on the blue planet, a million telescopes were already swiveling toward the spot where a strange, non-natural flicker had just appeared in the stars. The humans were curious, and as the Xylanti were about to learn, human curiosity was the most dangerous force in the galaxy.